Here's Masha getting ready to go to Bosnia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 12th of June, I believe it is. And today we are up very early. The town is very quiet. Only the service workers are setting up the restaurants because there are hundreds of restaurants. But we are making our way to a meetup point at Pile Gate because we're going to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes, that is a new country. So we are crossing the border today for the day. We're doing a full day tour. They're picking us up at almost just about 7 a.m. And we have the entire day in Bosnia. Wow, there's a lot of service trucks. This is when all the deliveries must be made to the old fort. But that's the plan for today. I'll take you guys along on our experience going to Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's both of our first times ever going there. We've never been there, so we're very excited. I gotta find Masha. Oh, there she is. We gotta get her to our meetup point. What's going on right now?
We're just waiting for our bus. It's supposed to pick up here at 7:45, so we're just waiting.
6:45, I thought.
6:45, pardon me. So yeah, we're just waiting, but there's 4 other coaches there.
There's about like 50 other people that are also going to Mostar, Bosnia, so we keep having to ask people, is that our name on their list? Are you picking us up? Are you picking us up? And so far, it's all been no, so we're still waiting. But there's a lot of people doing the exact same thing we are today. Okay, so we have made it to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Our guide told us that we're actually visiting the Herzegovina part of the country because it's the southern part closest to Croatia. So especially today when we're in Mostar, that's the Herzegovina area of this country. That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that Bosnia is more north and Herzegovina is south, and it's like very sunny and Mediterranean there. And Bosnia is much more like a typical Western Balkan country. It is actually just one country. It's actually nice because we're visiting it while it is still one country, because perhaps one day it will split up into 2 different countries. We're visiting now in 2023 when it's still considered one country. So we've come to stop at this beautiful breakfast place. We have some breakfast stuff with us that we're gonna have. Masha's gonna get a coffee, and I'm looking at this beautiful scene in front of me. It's just absolutely stunning, and I'm so happy to be here, but it's still so early. I'm still waking up, so apologies if my energy levels are quite low right now because I'm tired, but we'll get there. We're slowly getting there. It's still very early. It's only 8:30 now. Well, it's not very early, but we have to wake up for the day. Okay, so we've made it to this old ancient village, which we've been told is no longer used. It's just for tourism, but we've been given some free time to just wander around. But these cobblestones are quite rough and too rough for Masha, so she's gonna sit this one out, and I'm not gonna go up to that castle. I've seen so many castles. I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, it's another fortress. So I'm going to just walk around a little bit. Maybe you can go inside some of these older homes just to see a little bit what it looks like, and yeah, just a quick 20-minute stop before we continue our day. Hello guys, we've made it to Mostar and we're just about to see the famous bridge here. So if you're in Mostar, if you want to see a beautiful view of the bridge where we were, you got to come to Terasa and just have a little drink. They don't serve food, just some drinks, and you get a beautiful, stunning view of the bridge and the water and the mountain. Highly recommend. Just a little tip for you if you're ever here in Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. You want to know what Mostar's like? This is what Mostar's like. So if you want to come here and be a part of thousands of people, then I recommend Mostar. Other than that, if you want to come here, come during the evening when everybody's gone and it's not the day trips, because this is just not enjoyable. Lunch is served. Very happy to have lunch. And we have this massive bread with the meat, fry, and onion actually. But this bread is so soft and grilled. Bon appetit. This is where we're having lunch. It's called the Food House Restaurant, Bosnian Homestyle Cooking. And this is the restaurant area here. We are having gelato now. We've moved to another cafe because this is how we're enjoying ourselves. Okay, welcome to this small little town. It's most known for the Virgin Mary story of these small children ages 5 to even 2 years old were speaking to Mother Mary many years ago. Virgin Mary was giving them messages, and so the children told the adults about how they were talking to the Virgin Mary. The adults became curious and they started coming out in the thousands. You can see here how big this church became, that they had to build it out to outside because so many people wanted to be a part of this church. There's a lot of medical mysteries, people that had cancer that were cured, people that were in wheelchairs now walking, and so all of these strange occurrences happened here in this church on this site dedicated to the Virgin Mary. So we're here for about an hour. This is the final stop of the day, and we're going to see a statue of Jesus Christ that was built after the fact of this story happening. And you know, this is a former communism country. The communism rule does not allow sort of statements like that from the children. So actually the children were going to be arrested because they wanted them to admit that they were lying. But actually the thousands of people who believed the children came to their aid and told the communist regime, we believe them, we tell the same story, we stand with them. And so the communist regime had to let them go because of the support of the thousands of people that would come here just to go to this church. So that is the story of the site, and that's why we're here today to visit. So we're just gonna take it in, but this is what this stop is all about. What's going on over there?
Oh my god, he was like,
We got all the pepper. I didn't even see it coming out.
He was looking at you like, when are you gonna get me to stop you, lady?
I didn't realize he was waiting for me to say stop grinding the pepper. So we have a very peppery Caesar salad. That's what we're gonna share.
Oh my god, that's.
How are you doing today? How was that tour you went on today?
It was really good. It's a lot of driving. If you want to drive a lot and go into Pandemania and Mostar, go for it.
It was a bit crowded, eh?
Uh-huh.
But now we're having our favorite oil and bread, which is just stunning. So bon appetit.
Mm-hmm.
Bon appetit. We've got vegetarian spaghetti, an Americano, Parmesan, and a satisfied sleepy Masha. And that wraps up our experience doing a day trip to Bosnia and Herzegovina. My Masha and I booked a popular day trip from Dubrovnik to see some sights in the nearby country of Bosnia, which was only about a 2-hour drive away. We went with a small group tour, which was much more enjoyable than the more popular large bus tours, which are the cheaper option. We had some scenic stops along the way that were nice, but the biggest issue on this tour was that each stop we had, other big tour companies also stopped there at relatively similar times. So what ended up happening was a mad rush all at once of people trying to look at the same things. After a few hours of this happening, our patience was worn thin, and it came to a head in Mostar when the narrow old town streets were so crowded with tourists that you couldn't even walk down the street. It's unfortunate that this ended up happening, and it really did take away from our experience, but we did try to make the most of the day. Masha and I decided to hide away from the crowds by going to off-the-beaten-track cafes and restaurants. In Mostar, we found a nice cafe with a great overhead view of the Mostar Bridge and got some nice photos there without the crowds. There's no denying that the famous Starry Moss Bridge is very beautiful, and yes, we did see one person actually jump from the bridge, which is so scary because it's so high up above the Neretva River. Overall, I wouldn't recommend a day tour, and if you want to visit Bosnia and Herzegovina, then I recommend to go on your own in your own rental car. That way you can get away from the big tour buses and have the nice scenic places to yourself once everyone leaves on to the next stop. I'd love to return to Bosnia and Herzegovina again one day to redeem it from this tumultuous first visit and to see more of the country. If you liked this video, then please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!